say woo!
What's up guys, it's Zeals, and today we have the new Fortress Assassin, Zia. Or is it Zia? Zaya? I'm sure I'm butchering her name, so I apologize. I'm sure you guys are wondering just how good she is, so let's dive into her skill sets. As per usual in my initial assessment videos, I will not read the skill, they will be on the screen. Let's dive into the assessment in the correct order. Let's talk about her stats. First, I noticed that she has the same amount of speed as Mim, and this is crucial as we'll be talking about this over and over as the video progresses. From her first passive, she gains 70% block, 30% control immune, and attack increased by 35%, which is a multiplier, remember. If you're a little shaky on what I'm talking about, please check out my first masterclass video or write up on how attack crit HP is calculated in Idle Heroes. As for her HP, it is the lowest in the list of currently viable endgame meta heroes, and this is important as we'll discuss. Even Faithblade rocks more HP. However, Zia does have more HP, efficient HP through block. While block is alright, there is a cap of 80%, and let us not forget precision other classes have through guild tech. Although EHP of block scales incredibly higher the more HP a hero has, she has to live through a large burst to even block. Hence, more HP equals greater the value of block, which is 33% damage reduction as a friendly reminder. From multiple fights I've observed, she has less than 3 million combat HP, so I see even backline scaries one-shotting her time to time. Without getting into complex math, block is in terms of survival due to her low overall HP, but it does fuel her second passive. Second, every time she blocks, she gains 20% crit and 15% attack. This does indeed stack additively and can fluctuate quite heavily in combat. From multiple observations, a healthy average of 3 to 4 stacks from what I observed. So remember, Assassin Tech also gives crit and crit damage, so she's not going in with no crit percent at all. This pretty much means that wherever in terms of slot position, she will be able to keep her crit up to nearly 100% on average from my math calculations. I flatlined it to roughly 60% attack buff as well, which gets multiplied with not her character sheet stats, guys, but her combat attack. Seems easy to understand so far, right boys? Alright, so it's pretty good on paper, and in combat with 5 different team setups, I'm seeing it consistently up no matter slot 1, 2, or 3 position. Alright, so let's keep moving. As for speed, we will get into why 1218 and not one more or one less is crucial in a little bit in her counters. Speed overall is great, but since she doesn't have any forms of CC, she will still be outsped by most CCers who are at least 1188 speed when they are attacking. So DA, Michelle, Valentino with Mage Brutes, Demon Hunter, etc. Since those heroes will rock speed stones, this opens up to her first weakness and eventual downfall, succumbing to CC pressure. So wait, Zeals, she's got 30% immunity though. If you remember my write-up way back when about how CC immunity below 100% works is like so. So if your Ice Blink has 30% chance to CC and then active versus full light or full dark lineup, which gets about 30% CC immunity from Aura, IB will still have a chance to CC, since 30% to 30% is not subtractive. Basically, in non-nerd terms, if Michelle throws a pumpkin pie at your face, she has 40% chance to aim correctly towards your head. Now, while it's flying in its trajectory towards your head, you have a 30% chance to block this pie with your bare hands, or 70% chance that you will get shot all over. So, it's not very much, but it definitely adds up over time. Remember, consistency is how heroes are ranked. Third, as for a basic and active, it's immense damage. Her basics can reach a couple millions if she's got her stacks from blocking. She also does EDPS, efficient damage, or DPS, because she targets enemies the lowest HP target. Also, while her attack usually does finish a target off, if she doesn't, the bleed is not something to ignore. I've seen her basic or active just eat through dear active armor buff from opponents, since she's an assassin and she's got at least 15% armor break. She'll hit hard out of CC with her stacks and the built-in skill damage, and she will punish heroes like Belrain, who is ranked top 6 with the most base attack. but one of the only heroes on that list that stacks attack stone artifact for PvP. A friendly note, if Zia assassinates Belrain with active round 2, Belrain's on death heal will not be affected by attack reduction. As for attack reduction, it's great utility for PvE against heavy hitting marauders, broken space bosses. Her damage would be high, she'll be high as well, no doubt. She reduces more attack than Heartwatcher, and together in PvE will be efficient. Let's go over pros and cons again, and over the course of the week I will dedicate more videos on this. To sum it up, her pro is that she's got the speed to attack first after CCers. This is important as she has a huge single target payload. Also, she's got utility that heavily punishes enemy Belrain. You know, poor Belrain, my favorite idle heroes emoji on our Discord. She also synergizes very well with Valkyrie, as I mentioned in the last video, as any hero that supports Valkyrie by reducing opponent attack allows Valkyrie to stay dominant in living and dealing damage. She can help snowball for your team. Also, she reduces attack, and which is crucial for PvE, like I mentioned. Can one-shot Scary or most heroes for that matter, but same goes for her in that she can get one-shot too. Alright, as for her con, while she is fast, she doesn't have CC utility, so you can't really slap a speed stone on her, and she's susceptible to DHDA Michelle Valentino with Mage Boots, Kameth if she's backline. Also, if she's on the defense, not on offense. Being same stone as, not same stone, but same speed as Mim, she'll be outclassed by him because she has the lowest HP in the current meta for the viable heroes and no HP percent multiplier in her passive. She'll be targeted by Mim's energy reduction in round 1, delaying Zia's active unless she's being heavily hit in slot 1. It is crucial Mim is faster than Zia to keep her from snowballing first if you want to counter her. You can counter Mim's energy steal as well if you are the player with Zia and watching this video by using Belrain or Michelle. Michelle will heal round 1 with energy artifact, whoever is the lowest in HP, and if enemy Mim has the speed artifact and hits Zia first, Michelle will top Zia off and help her survive, etc. Next, DA will shut her down slot 1 even with 30% CC immunity, so Mimless teams can use DA to cover their butt a little. And next, finally, very squishy, less than 3 million combat HP. Now, best slot position depends on your opponents. As I said about DA, slot 1 can be tricky against DA teams. Generally, slot 2 is safest and best and will get that average stacks, as I mentioned before, while doing damage, and she really needs to do one active after being CC to start raising your chance of winning that particular fight. Best stone is crit. Even though she will not get the full benefit of crit chance with her second passive, however, as my math indicates, the higher the crit chance, the more valid crit damage is, and math and numbers don't lie. She can lose 1/3 to 2/3 of her attack and still crit damage alone will pull ahead. And you will be asking, but she synergizes with attack and she gains more attack and blah 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 blah. But guys, I did the math and I did it I did a couple times during the day, and crit damage is pretty superior because if you want to visit why, just hit up the masterclass, the first masterclass video. Also, you can dodge enemy Zia running attack stone who didn't watch this video. As for artifact, if you're facing Mims, whether you run speed artifact or not, you'll either get energy removed before you attack or after you attack with your basic. In most scenarios, it is better to get energy stolen before if she's slot 1, and she'll do basic and get hit in slot 1 to be able to fit an active in round 2. I have fought against Zia E3 with and without energy artifact, and generally much better without. While staff can work on her and is one of the best, you're gambling high stake putting a very offensive artifact on a hero that may be doing less than 1 million damage on certain fights, or 30 million the other. So you can run high attack artifact compensating for crit stone and or magic stone, sword or staff, or Augustus, all depending on your server group, your opponents, and your lineup. Not a simple clear-cut answer like Valkyrie on this one. She worked great with Mim or god tier snowball heroes for that matter, and especially with Val, as she complements her with attack reduce against major threats. Healers like Michelle, as I previously mentioned, will prioritize her, as endgame teams running Mim will mostly hit Zia round 1. Belrain works as well. Zia alone will not carry her late game comp, while she can carry mid game and E3 transitioning servers. She's not going to solo teams like Valkyrie can. Zia is she is very scary, but is mathematically inconsistent on her own. So you need to build a team comp, as I said previously, to support her. It's not her that makes your team, but a hero you need to make your team around, and that is inconsistent and can have issues later on. My overall rating is that she's a huge menace in Rainbow, Valk, Mim teams, as these three heroes, dot damage, utility, damage, support, combined is not a laughing matter at all. However, she has inconsistency issues that puts her not in the realm of Valk in one-to-one comparison. That's my initial impression for now. I could go on for hours, but I'm sure your brains are fried just as much as mine is from calculations. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, show your support and join our 1200 member Discord. Since the last video, there are 2 new Patreons, KWW Awesome Redditor, and I'm trying to say this correctly, Ethanans. Welcome aboard, and thank you guys for supporting my work. Stay safe and stay idle, and see you guys in the next video with major and exciting news to come.